What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another one. I'm just sort of hiding from the sun today. The sun's really low, it's really cold out as well. But I'm working on the strut top mount. This has been supplied by First Line. Have to forgive the wind as well. But yeah, we're replacing the strut top mounts. I've done the other side where I did the wheel bearing on a previous video. I'm going to do this side and I'm going to show you how to replace a strut top mount on a MacPherson strut style suspension. So let's get into it. So the first thing we need to do is jack the car up, get the wheel off, and of course support the car in a structural area. We're just off the subframe here with this axle stand. So that's nice and safe. I'm now going to disconnect the anti-roll bar drop link just so it separates the suspension from left and right so that we can push this suspension down and get the strut out of the strut tower here once we've unbolted it from the top. So then we can push it down and get that out. There's also two bolts here just on the bottom of where the shock absorber meets the knuckle or the hub, whatever you want to call it. So we'll be undoing those, undoing that, undoing the top there, and then hopefully we'll be able to get the shock and spring or the strut out of this particular car. A quick hack for getting the anti-roll bar drop link out. It'll be under tension while the suspension's down, you know, and sort of unloaded on this side but loaded on the other, so the anti-roll bar will be twisting. So I've jacked up this side to make it equal with the other, and now the anti-roll bar just pushes out nice and easy. Now fast forward a little bit, I had to take the wiper arms off, 212mm, get the scuttle panel off, and then I could get to this little mount here that holds it onto the strut. And now, just like clockwork, it's starting to rain. So I'm probably going to have to pause it there. But now this is completely free, as you can see, in the wheel arch there, moving around. So that's good, and I'm probably going to wrap up my gear real quick so I can give this a little bit of a pause, because I don't think I'm going to progress much further whilst it's pinning it down. Oh well.
A few moments later.
So the rain has stopped and we can pick up from where we left off. Now the top of the strut top is off. This is completely loose now. It was just easier to get the scuttle panel off so that we could get to that a lot easier. We've got the anti-roll bar drop link off. We've got the two bolts off here, and this is completely loose, but I've just noticed just here we've got the brake pipe and also the ABS sensor, so we'll just whip those off real quick. So now that they're free, we should just be able to pull this out.
Focus on what's real, man.
Now that we've got that off, we'll be reusing that nut obviously, but we're going to be replacing it with this brand new one from First Line Parts. It's a direct replacement, and hopefully it'll get rid of our knocking noise that this one's been causing us because it's worn out. So yeah, throw this one on. We've got the strut all ready to go with the new strut top mount to go back on the car already. We're going to bolt it back up to here, bolt it back up to the top of the strut tower, get the anti-roll bar drop link back on, get the ABS sensor and the brake line bolted back up as well. And it's just a simple process of repeating everything that we've just gone through, and then we'll be able to drop it back down on the floor once everything's buttoned up and tight, get the wheel on obviously, get the axle stand out, and take it for a quick test and make sure everything's perfect. And just like that, with a little YouTube magic, it's all back together. All nice and done and finished, and I'm very glad because, as I mentioned earlier, it started raining partway through. I wasn't happy about that. But yeah, that concludes how to fit a strut top mount on a MacPherson strut style suspension. You shouldn't need any other guide really, they're all very similar, this particular style of suspension. So yeah, if you found this useful, please give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll catch you in the next video. But yeah, I'm going to throw the wheel back on now, take it for a test, catch you in the next one.